What's up, my people? All right, we need to have this talk, all right? So are guitar scales a waste of time? So I just put out a poll on the channel. Will be interesting to see, but the results so far, a few people said that these scale things are just a total waste of bandwidth. Now, yesterday I did a video, I'll link at the end, where I talked about 3 things I wish my guitar teacher had shown me from day number 1 or week number 1 or lesson number 3 or 4, but it tied into scales, okay? So the three things I talked about were scales, triads, and just being musical, or something like that. You watched the video. But here's the thing. There is a disconnect, so scales are not a waste of time. Because if you know how to use them to create music, then they are fabulous. If you are not shown that or taught that, like I wasn't shown that. I was shown this. Okay, here's what we're gonna focus on. We're gonna do a G major scale. You don't have to play the full octave. You can just do 1 octave. And then the A minor pentatonic. You guys know, we all get taught that, right? Okay? Now, the problem is like, how do I take that and make music? So for the next year, I'm not just sitting on the couch going, look at me, I can play G major scale. Okay, now, here's what we're gonna do. You have to get the chord charts I linked below. I'm gonna keep looking over here because I don't wanna tell you wrong even though I made these charts. But the G major scale, here's what you wanna be aware of, okay? I made a G major bar chord in the chart. What I did is very important. Inside of that, this is another important part. It's part of the scale. I highlighted in yellow the triad, okay? G major triad. And then I put the whole major scale for you, okay? So you go to town however you want. But if you want to strip it down, just use a few notes out of the G major scale, okay? Then you'll see a chart that has the A minor bar chord, okay? And what I do is I write out the notes for the A minor bar, okay? But I also put some pink dots so you're aware that that A minor pentatonic is there, okay? Now here's where it would have helped. This is what you need to practice, all right? Being musical, how to make music. I mean, we're not just playing guitar so we can sit around and run scales, all right? Unless you're into that. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to try and create musical passages that move you or move others, or when you play with others, you need to have some knowledge. I'm always saying connect the dots, connect the dots. This is how we do it, okay? So I got a 2-bar loop, a G to an A minor, make it real simple. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and play something musical over that. We're also gonna try and stay aware of those triads, okay? On the D, G, and B strings. And I just purposely picked my hard to intonate telly so it feels like the train's always gonna come off the track. So let's see how musical I can be, okay? Let's see. Okay, so let's do this. Let's look at this G major scale, okay? And I am tuned flat, sorry about that, but okay? If they would have told me something as simple as, hey buddy, here is your major scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. And they would have said something like, why don't you work on the root, the major 3rd, B, and then the 5th, D, the triad. Okay? So emphasize that when you're playing a chord. I could have sat at home by myself without a loop. You can get your phone or your whatever you have and make a loop, okay? But I could have gone like this. Play the bar chord. See, I played that right out of the scale, and I cheated. I played the 4th, too. See what I did there? Bar chord, 5th, 3rd, root. Just 3rd, 5th, just like a bass player. See, outlining the triad. Finishing off on the bar chord. When I go up to the A minor, I can play the A minor bar to the A minor triad. Or I could have done A minor to a little lick out of the pentatonic. You'll see pink dots. I write out the notes, like I said, of the bar, but the pink dots just extend the chart in the chart. That just shows you how to outline that minor pentatonic, okay? So let's put on the looper pedal. Listen, here's a G, nice and clean, to A minor. Hopefully you can hear that. Let's see. Now here's what, watch this. A minor triad, lick. Okay, so you see what I did there? I took the scales and I created music from them. You don't have to have the looper pedal. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the pick. You can take your fingers. This is super fun. Try this. Let's outline the triad of the G bar chord. We're gonna use out of the major scale, the 1, 3, 5. If you hit the 4th, it's okay, so. Okay, and then in the A minor, we'll kind of get that triad and play some little licks out of the A minor pentatonic. So watch, if you're playing by yourself, check this out, watch this. Get that little drummer in your head going. Okay, so I'm gonna link another video for you at the end that does this very thing where you can get really percussive with your fingers, but play with your pick, whatever. If you want, just see if you can run the scale, okay? Sorry. Okay, run 2, 3 octaves, 50 octaves. Just get that scale in your head, okay? But make music with it, A minor pentatonic. So again, try it right to the G major triad, GBD. Okay, it's in that chart, A minor triad. Train's about to come off the tracks, okay? So again, listen, if they would have told me something like this, hey, here's an interval. Oh yeah, I also wrote intervals on the chart for you, so check those out. So in this one, here's a really cool one. Play your root right here on the low E. Grab that major 3rd there. An interval is the distance between 2 notes, okay? And then the minor interval, the root to the minor 3rd. Now listen over the lute, listen, okay? See that? That just sounds killer, just intervals. Minor 3rd. Okay? Alright, so that's all I'm trying to convey to you guys. Everything I do on this channel from here out moving forward, even the older videos I've made, I'm gonna try and help you have reason and purpose for everything I show you. I'm not gonna ever show you something just so you can sit around on the couch and go like this all night. Okay, or just so you can just run scales. That to me is a waste of bandwidth. However, taking scales, linking them together in a musical fashion is what you want to do. So when you start getting these triads, all these shapes, all over the net, that's when music starts to get amazing. You get intervals, playing root notes. All right, you just start building out your pathways. But if you just sit there and run scales and don't create that or turn that into some kind of musical roadmap, then you're wasting your time. Then yes, scales are a waste of time, but no, they're not. Not if you use them to create music. So let me help you. If you're new, we'd love to keep you. If you've been around, love you like always. Can't believe the channel is almost at 8K and the community just feels really strong. And drop me a comment, I will answer it. Ask me a question, I'll answer it. And I love seeing you guys starting to chime in and helping each other too. That's what I'm trying to build here, is just a group of us that help one another. All right, so check out the links. That's how I buy myself cold brew. Government-owned corporate cold brew. And yeah, that's it. You guys, remember what I always say? Only you can stop you. You're not gonna keep going. Go get those chord charts, study the triads, study the scales, build that situational awareness, and every day get a little bit better. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Keep going. Peace.